Hey everyone, and thank you for joining us on The Other Side. I'm TJ Schrier.
And I'm Michele Negri. Later in the show, The Other Side's Caleb Erskine will share with us what he experienced at the Critical Thinking Crash Course presentation he attended right here at Gulf Coast State College.
We will also check in on Brad Warnick, and he'll give us an update on what's going on in sports, in addition to finding out what else has been going on right here at Gulf Coast State College campus.
But first, let's check out what's going on in the community in our segment, Have You Heard? On March 22nd, the newly restored 1877 National Historic Landmark vessel, the Governor Stone, returns to St. Andrews, marking the official end of the restoration. The homecoming event will be at 11:30 a.m. and is open to the public. All activities will coincide with the St. Andrews Market concluding at 1 p.m. For more information, call 850-630-1539.
Panama City Beach Spring Break presents the 2014 5K Runs, a series of fun 5K runs with t-shirts and prizes for vacationers and locals as well. The race series runs through April 2nd on Wednesday. The registration fee is $25. The race day registration begins at 10:30 a.m. at the Frank Brown Park, and the 5K begins at noon. Walkers are also welcomed as well. Register by calling 850-890-4775 or visit 5kspringbreak.com.
Well, it's about that time, tax time. Each year, many of us don't have access to affordable tax preparation services or are unaware of programs like the Earned Income Tax Credit. Volunteer Income Tax Assistance will be available now through April 15 and is offering free income tax preparation for those who made $58,000 or less in the year 2013. The hours of operation for the free income tax preparation are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the A.D. Harris Learning Village. Call 850-481-322 for more information.
The Americana Music at the Lounge is an evening indoor concert series featuring American roots musicians and is sponsored by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection and Friends of Camp Helen State Park. Musicians will perform in the historic log cabin style lounge on Lake Powell at Camp Helen State Park, located on Panama City Beach. Admission is free into the park, while donations are requested for the concert. Proceeds go to the Friends of Camp Helen State Park to be used to benefit the park's resource management projects and interpretive programs. For details on times of performance, call 850-235-5059 or email camphelenfriends@gmail.com.
Time to dig out your little red dress, ladies, and get on the dance floor. Friday, March 21st at 8 p.m. Join in for fun and free lessons, treats, and beverages. For details, call Dance Life Studio at 850-215-4453.
If you're a fan of Alice in Wonderland, there will also be a Mad Hatter dance party. On March 27 at 7:30 p.m., follow the White Rabbit to 415 Harrison Avenue for an evening of fun, mischievous antiques, dancing, and great people. Dress in the part and character, hat or hair decor. There will also be food and beverages. For details, call Dance Life Studio at 850-215-4453.
Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, will be playing March the 21st at 7:30 p.m. at the Martin Theater in downtown Panama City. It is about an unjustly exiled barber who returns to 19th century London seeking revenge on the judge who framed him and kidnapped his wife. For details and tickets, call 763-8080 or visit martintheater.com.
If you haven't had a chance to check out Kaleidoscope Theater's current production, you still have a chance. Well Farewell, a heartwarming winning comedy by Kat Delaney, is still running now through March 23rd. Esmeralda Quip is an 80-year-old retired actress whose meager government pension is insufficient to support her. She is still of sound mind, but her body is beginning to come unglued, and she quickly realizes after being arrested for attempting to bury her dead cat in her landlord's backyard, there may be some possibilities for survival and sense of community, not to mention free room and board, as a guest of the prison system. The chaos continues as Esmeralda tries to convince the legal system she should be incarcerated, literally, for life. Friday and Saturday's night performance starts at 7:30 p.m. with Sunday matinees beginning at 2 p.m. For information on tickets and upcoming productions, go to the Kaleidoscope Theater's website, ktonline.org, or call 265-3226. Friday, March 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 at the First Baptist Church was Operation Fall In. The event was to help all men and women and families of those who served in the armed force help to locally reap the benefits of their time of duty. Questions were asked about veterans benefits, health care, education, jobs, benefits, counseling service, and much more. To help accomplish this event, Gulf Coast State College's own Military Veterans Affairs Liaison, Pam Hiller, was there to speak and give advice to the veterans in how the benefits of their service can be put to use in furthering their education. To learn more about the event, we had a talk with Ms. Hiller.
Well, it will let the veterans and the dependents know, first of all, what health care benefits they have, what education benefits, groups and organizations in the local area that have services that might be available to them.
Professor of Philosophy Dr. Peter Bohosian delivered a presentation here at Gulf Coast State College called Critical Thinking Crash Course, and our very own Caleb Erskine attended and found out some interesting things. So Caleb, what did you learn?
Thanks, TJ. I got to go to the CFI Critical Thinking Crash Course event that took place on March 13th. Here's some more information on what happened.
On Thursday, the 13th, in the Amelia G. Tapper Auditorium, there was the 4th annual Spring Breaker event. Dr. Peter Bogusian was the speaker, and I got to speak with him and a student. His main focus is to bring the tools of professional philosophers to people in a wide variety of ways.
I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I thought that I knew what critical thinking was, and I had no idea. But I feel like I do now. That was wonderful. I loved it. After the show, they had a wonderful door prize giveaway. I won 2 free tickets to the Grand. Thank you. It was awesome. I loved it. Made it even more exciting to come here. So.
Both the students and the professors had a wonderful and fun time, and they got to learn a lot and win a couple of prizes.
I thought it was a good way that I could make a contribution to help people learn to think and to align their beliefs with reality. So I saw that a lot of people believe things or held conclusions very strongly but didn't have good evidence for those conclusions. I think first of all, everybody's been fantastic to me. It's been great. Seems like a happy place. Seems like the people get along well. People learn to be comfortable with saying I don't know and learn to be okay with uncertainty so that people can redevelop a sense of wonder within themselves. And I think the most important thing is that you just don't lie to yourself. Thanks for inviting me. I had a great time with great people. Thanks to Dr. Baldwin, CFI. It was fantastic. Great school, great people, so thanks.
I am sure everyone learned a lot from the event, and remember to stay safe over spring break. And now back to TJ.
Thanks, Caleb. Again, that was Caleb Erskine reporting live here on the other side.
The Visual and Performing Arts Division of Gulf Coast State College held scholarship auditions for the 2014-2015 academic year Tuesday, March the 11th. We had a chance to check out it and speak with Associate Professor of Theater Jason Hedden at Gulf Coast State College. Here's what we found. Scholarship auditions for the 2014 school year were held on March 11 in the Amelia Center on the campus of Gulf Coast State College. Associate Professor of Theater Jason Hedden was very excited about the auditions.
We're having these scholarship auditions for the 2014-2015 school year. This is for art, music, theater, and music production technology.
Students lined up outside the theater waiting for their turn to showcase their talents.
You know, it's great to see who the incoming students are going to be.
One by one, talent walked in the door. A panel of judges enjoyed spectating many talents, including monologues and singing.
Everybody loves a winner.
Professor Hedden adds that the auditions are important to the students for many reasons.
This is another way for them to get, some money for school. It's a talent-based scholarship.
Professor Hedden enjoys being a part of the audition process.
We want them to do well. We have this problem. We have some scholarship money that we want to give away. So though they feel like they're being judged, it's certainly no American Idol. We're looking for potential. We're looking for students who are excited about making Gulf Coast their home for a couple years.
The arts are important to the community as a whole.
People often ask why the arts are important. You know, there are people that think of the arts and arts education as strictly extracurricular. But those of us that are involved in the arts know that it helps to create a more well-rounded student. What we find is those people that have studied the arts, particularly in theater, they know how to work as a team. They know how to meet a deadline. They know how to work outside the box. They work under high-pressure situations. They know how to communicate. And these are all valuable skills that employers are looking for, regardless of what your career field is. You know, creativity. Where do you get an opportunity to express creativity more than in the arts? It also helps us to think abstractly. We get to flex that muscle on a daily basis as an art student. Not to mention just providing to the cultural fabric of the community.
All sad, or under a curse. Your life is bad. Your prospects are worse. Your wife is crying, sighing, and your olive tree is dying. Timbers are graying and teeth are decaying, and the good person.
Our sports anchor, Brad Warnick, has been following the men's baseball and girls softball team, and he joins us in the studio for more information. Brad?
Thank you, TJ. The men's baseball team played Black Hawk College Malloy on Monday, March 10th. Jordan Worthington pitched a complete game, recording 4 strikeouts. Nick Flair was 2 for 2 with a triple, and both Ryan Kojal and Tevin Johnson hit a double. 7 different Commodores recorded RBIs, with Ryan Kojal leading the team with 3 RBIs himself. Gulf Coast won 11-1 in 6 innings. The men's baseball team begins conference play this weekend against Chipola. They will play Friday at Chipola, Saturday home at Gulf Coast, and again Sunday in Chipola. The women's softball team beat Southeastern Monday in a doubleheader. The Lady Commodores will begin conference play next week, starting Monday the 17th, when they host Tallahassee Community College at 4 p.m. and again at 6 p.m. For more information, please go to gcathletics.com to find the full season schedule of all Gulf Coast State College's sports teams. Now back to you, TJ.
Thanks, Brad. Again, that was Brad Warnick live in the studio.
Are you interested in radio, or maybe always wondered what exactly happens at WKGC, located right here on the campus of Gulf Coast State College? Well, a lot happens at WKGC, including the creation of remarkable programming on its stations GC 90.7 FM and Alternation 1480. We go now to TJ, who is speaking with one of our media broadcasting majors, Joe Ramsey.
Thanks, Michelle. So again, we're here with, could you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Yes, my name's Joe Ramsey. I'm a broadcasting student here at Gulf Coast and spend a lot of time at the radio station.
Well, that's good to hear. So I heard that you have implemented video in the radio station. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, we have a studio now set up to do a lot of video podcasting and things like that. We have a variety of shows going on. We have Rap Line with Emily Blaze and Movie Mania with me now, and we're just adding several shows together now as we go along.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about your show?
It's, like I said, it's called Movie Mania. We have different movie reviews and things like that going on. We have a couple different segments we're implementing, and we just recently started filming. First episode should be up soon. We're interviewing actually an actor from Dawn of the Dead on Friday. So he'll be coming in to talk a little bit, so pretty excited.
Yeah, it sounds like you're excited to get somebody going, an actor coming on your show and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you feel radio has changed in the last 5 years?
I think a lot of consumers that listen to a lot of radio have kind of gotten the attitude now that they want to be able to listen to what they want when they want it. And at this point, radio has to evolve with them and has to be able to give it to them right when they need it. So we're trying to work on a lot of podcasting and things like that to where we can put them on, things like YouTube or just our own website, so they can download and listen whenever they want. I think so far we're doing pretty well with it. We have a lot of podcasts coming up.
So talk about Alternation and how that all began and all.
Alternation 1480 is the student broadcasting radio station, and it's all alternative music, hence the name Alternation. And it basically started really as a live stream that was on only online. You can only listen to a computer or something like that. But recently we've actually taken to the actual airwaves, so 1480 is the signal. And we have a lot of apparently really good DJs on there. We have several people, I haven't even heard them all yet, but that we have numerous coming in. We're playing some great music on there. I know, like I said, everything alternative, so Green Day, Blink-182, all the different kinds of stuff. And it's just a very cool radio station for any students to listen up to.
So another question I thought, the instructor and everybody that's there, like Harley and all of them, are they all, they're able to help you guys out in case y'all need advice or anything?
Absolutely. They're there whenever we need them. They've been excellent teachers, excellent mentors to us, really, to be able to help us know how to evolve with the consumers that do want the podcast and everything like that. Harley's been an excellent person to help us with on-air personality and on-air talent, and it's just been amazing to work with them.
So what are you most excited about with the video equipment?
I'm so excited to see what the students come up with now for video podcasts, because now it's in pretty much any student's hands that wants to try to work with that and sort of get a very cool product going out. I think it's going to be an excellent thing going from here on out to see just the concepts of shows that people come up with. I just can't wait to see all the variety.
I mean, you can tell by your face you're just very excited about doing all this. So, if a new student comes, to the college and they're wanting to do something like that, how would you convince them to come be part of Alternation or even the radio program itself?
I'm having so much fun with this major, I guess, and it's something that I never expected I would have this much fun with. You go in there and you make people laugh. You make people, you make thought-provoking arguments and things like that with all this different variety of topics. I just love doing that on the radio and on video podcasts, and it's just amazing to be able to sit there and entertain people.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, working in media. And again, we'd like to thank Joe Ramsey for coming out here and giving his time to be able to talk to us, and we appreciate you coming.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Any final thoughts?
Anybody who's interested in radio, absolutely, come down and try to give us a shot. Come listen to the radio station 1480 AM, and check out our video podcast on YouTube, and you'll see what we're up to.
Where can we actually find the podcast?
The podcast, we have a YouTube channel that has not been totally set up yet. Within the next week, it will be, and from there on out, I believe it's going to be like Studio A Productions, and from there we'll start uploading them.
All right. Now that we got to hear from Joe Ramsey and what the students do over there, Michelle got a chance to go to the radio station to see firsthand what all they've done. Let's check it out.
Your source for news, blues, and all that jazz is GC 90.7 FM. This full-time radio station, located on the campus of Gulf Coast State College, is proud to have roots extending back close to 5 decades. GC 90.7 FM started off back in 1968 and was founded by Charlie Wooten. Operations Manager Harley Pummel recalls GC 90.7 FM's humble beginnings.
It started off as a very small, very weak AM station, and Charlie actually built the first transmitter. It basically broadcast the campus, and that was pretty much it. And then Charlie kept working and got grants and got licenses for a full power AM, a 100,000 watt FM.
With progress comes change, but some things remain the same.
It's always had a local sort of presence. There's always been a local news presence here.
News Director Emily Belaise delivers accurate radio news.
Here at GC 90.7 FM, we have world news with the BBC. We also have local news, and we have 10 local newscasts throughout the day, Monday through Friday. We're able to broadcast live around the clock if need be in the event that we have a hurricane or major storm hit our area.
I think it's safe to say that one of our primary missions is to be a local public radio station to serve the community.
Sometimes change can complement consistency. GC 90.7 has a new national news source.
We switched over to American Public Media, and our national world news source now is coming from the BBC, the British Broadcasting Company, with their 91 years of experience.
GC 90.7 also has an updated programming lineup.
We've added new shows, like Saturday with Sinatra and Acid Drop with Athena, and we're cultivating a couple more right now that we're getting ready to put on the air. We're doing a lot more jazz.
Changes at GC 90.7 are also progressive and exciting.
I think probably one of the neatest things that we've done is this studio that we're in right now. It's a live music studio that also has 3 remote video cameras in here. It all goes into a 24-track digital recorder so that we can mix performances down, sweeten them up, master them, and then create a video, create a podcast of the performance, or create a professional quality recording of the performance.
Radio is headed in a new direction.
Radio is a whole new game. GC 90.7, we're already kind of in an advantageous position because we're already creating great programming. Now we just have to make it available in a different media so that people can consume it when they want to. And we're starting to work with the students to teach them how to do this. This is the future of radio. It's not just the current broadcast and what's on the air. People are much more interested now in pulling out their smartphone and downloading a podcast or a video or a song in their music library and listening to what they want when they want it. They'll be able to, when we're all said and done, go to our website and download the podcast and be able to listen to these features. And that's what we're doing basically to stay current here.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode.
We also hope that you have a very safe spring break. Until next time, I'm TJ Schrier.
And I'm Michele Negri, and we will see you next time
on the other side. Yay!